Hi, my name is Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and motivational speaker. Today I'm going to share my top 3 tips for you, of how to have the most adventurous life possible. How do you have an adventurous life? What does that even mean? See, as a professional speaker, an adventurer, expedition leader, polar explorer, all these things that I've done, people always say, Aaron, you have such an adventurous life. I wish I could do all those things, but I blah, 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 blah. All right, I'm here to share how you can have a more adventurous life. And I'm going to share my top 3 tips for that. And tip number 1 is the very first and most important thing, and it's believing that you can have an adventurous life. Really? Yeah, see, when I speak as a motivational speaker, that's pretty good, because what other things would a motivational speaker do other than speaking? Yes. But the belief, the attitude, the mentality that you can actually do these things is the number 1 criteria for you to have an adventurous life. It is, bar none, the most important factor that will change you as a person into thinking, wow, I have done these things. I have gone on these trips or expeditions or cruises or climbs or whatever it might be. Those factors are everything in you achieving the most adventurous life you can have possible. Now, is it possible to constantly be on expeditions, to constantly climbing or traveling or experiencing new places and foods? Yes, it's possible. And I do know some people who do that. They're completely sponsored. They travel all around the world doing these things. One lady from Iceland, Vilberg, Gussatir, just incredible. That woman is, I think she's now completed the 7 summits. She's skied to the South Pole. I don't know if she's going to go to the North Pole. And she set up her own travel and expedition company so she can take the people all around Europe to crazy wild places. Now you would say she's got an adventurous life. Absolutely. But what did she start out as? She's just a young woman in Iceland who was one of the head park rangers at the volcano Eyjafjallajökull. It's really hard for me to pronounce. Sorry, Icelanders. But she was just a park ranger out there. Now, to some people who live in a city, wow, being a park ranger, that's like crazy. I could never be that adventurous. Ah, yes, the mentality. Again, it all stems from your heart, bing, 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 right there, and your head, dunk, dunk, dunk. To become adventurous is that you must believe that you can. All you have to say is self, because you're watching this video alone in your closet, because you don't want to say, hey, I watched that guy's videos on how to be adventurous and courageous, and it's kind of crazy, but I want to. Yeah, absolutely. Once you say, hey, I can actually have an adventurous life, I can actually get out there and do these things, you've taken the first step to actually creating that adventurous life that you want. Now, the second step, number 2, is to be your own action hero. Really? Yeah. Be your own action hero. Not like G.I. Joe or Barbie or Star Wars characters or whatever. I mean, those all sound wonderful and interesting, but it's not an action figure. It's your own action hero. There was a movie, it was starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it's not a tumor, yes. and the whole movie was called The Last Action Hero, and Arnold Schwarzenegger plays in a movie where he plays in a movie. I know this is totally crazy, but there's a young boy who always watches Schwarzenegger's films, and this film was about the boy watching Schwarzenegger. But the most interesting thing was that some magical circumstance actually brought Schwarzenegger off the silver screen and into this boy's world. And all of a sudden, I'll call him Arnold, saying Schwarzenegger is tough. Arnold had the ability to somehow come off that screen and become a real life person in this boy's life. And all of a sudden, all these crazy, fantastic things started happening to this boy. Now, did he like all of them? No, there were explosion, danger, people trying to kill him. This whole crazy hoopla started to come out. But when you see this and you think, how can I be my own adventure hero? To you, what is adventurous? What are the heroes do in your life? The person that, oh man, I always read about this person and they're Jacques Cousteau. They go to the bottom of the ocean, or Amelia Earhart, she flew around the planet, or the commander on the International Space Station. Now, can you become the commander on the International Space Station? No, that's going to be pretty tough. Become the president? No, that's really tough. You definitely don't want that job. But becoming that person is deciding, yeah, I'm going to be the hero in my life. What is it going to take for me to be the hero in my life? Therein lies the question. So when you think about heroes and the people who are courageous in the world, who do you think of? Just who really comes to mind? Well, a firefighter, a jet pilot, an athlete climbing a mountain, or a person skiing to the South Pole. Maybe that's heroic. How about the person who tends to a sick child, and even though it at great expense to themselves, maybe that is a person is a hero, and they're only a hero to that child. Maybe the person's family, or maybe the child doesn't have a family. Who knows? But having an adventurous life doesn't always mean you're a hero in the grand silver screen experience. And that's my point number 3, is you have to focus on the reality, not the movie. See, one of the challenges is that we're sold, and it makes billions of dollars, adventures. That's right. These people are action heroes in the craziest, most superpower sense. I mean, does anybody really have the ability to become the Hulk, or fire with their hands like Iron Man, or spin a web and shoot a web out like Spider-Man, or lasso somebody with a lasso of truth like Wonder Woman? No. And so, as a consequence, that creates an unrealistic expectation in our mind that oh wow, I see this person and they're Superman. I could never be that. Of course you can't be Superman. I mean, the United States fired a nuke at him, and then the evil bad guy and blew him up, and he survived. Would any of us survive a nuclear explosion? No, it would be over, right? So those expectations hoisted on you by the entertainment industry are totally unrealistic. Now, am I against the entertainment industry? No, absolutely. I mean, I consume their product, but I really try and keep it out of my head that, wow, I can't be like Agent XXX, Vin Diesel, of he's driving boats and shooting at somebody with his left hand while driving with the right, and dodging bullets, and nothing ever happens, and flying over explosions. Yeah, no. I suppose there are some people who work at Langley, and I've known special forces guys who might live those lives, but when you watch that movie, it creates this perceptual perpetuation, yes, perceptual ending vision that this is really how life is going to be. Like, it's constant action. No. A lot of times, like me as a polar explorer, I have months, if not a year or more, of complete downtime where not a lot of excitement is happening. And so you always have to remember that in order to have these things, it's not going to be constant excitement. It's not going to be constant thrills. There's going to have to be preparation. And knowing that you have to create that preparation, which is never shown in the movies, the boring prep to actually make these things happen, They don't do that. I mean, except for like Ocean's 11, 8, and 12, and 13, where we're going to steal this diamond necklace and all that crazy stuff. That's all romantic preparation where everybody's huddling around. It's not reality, people. Having the vision that, yes, we're going to have lots of boring, mundane times so we can have those exciting actions. That is the key thing that's missing from the movie experience. And that's what you have to know is like, in order for me to be like that in the movies that where this crazy thing's happening, I'm going to have a lot of effort and a lot of work to get to that point. And once you understand that, it's much easier to create your own adventurous life. So top 3 tips: believe that you can have an adventurous life. Absolutely. The second is be your own action hero. Create that person that you really want to be. And then third is remember that the silver screen sells a very romanticized edition of action hero and everything and adventure, but they completely leave out the boring 11 months of preparation, calls, and planning. And just remember that. And those 3 tips are the best ways that I know of to help you to have an adventurous life. My name is Aaron Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and motivational speaker, and you better believe I've got some boring times in my life, and that's just fine. Please like and comment on my video. Hit the little arrow next to the video, scroll down, add a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Also, if you could, subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button, hit the little dingy bell, and that'll get you updates to my channel with reviews of products that I use, and adventures, and stories, and motivation, entertainment things, everything that I bring to you. And please support my channel on Venmo, PayPal, and Patreon. Thank you very much for watching.